And welcome to 12.3, where we're going to be discussing limiting reagents and percent yield. Here's the deal. So far we've only investigated how much reactant is needed or how much product will be formed, assuming that we have the exact amounts necessary and that the reactions proceed as expected. But in reality, that doesn't happen. That is not the real world. In reality, what happens is that usually you have extra of one reactant, not enough of another reactant, and something runs out. And then when you go to form your product, not all of the product is going to form that you expect. And so that's what this whole section 12.3 is all about. How do you know what runs out first, and how do you express the amount of product that you get compared to what you think you should get? All right? So let's start off by a simple illustration here. You're going to go to the store and you're going to buy a loaf of bread. All right? You're going to buy a package of cheese, and you're going to buy a package of ham. So we're going to make a ham sandwich. So you're going to make a ham and cheese sandwich. Now the question is, how many sandwiches can you make? Well, for our purpose, let's just say in our one loaf of bread, we're going to have, let's say, 20 slices of bread. All the loaves have something different depending on how thick they cut it, but let's just say that we have 20 slices of bread. And in our package of cheese, there are different size packages that you can get, but we're just going to say that there are 20 slices of cheese in our particular package. And when you buy your package of ham, same thing, whether you get them cut thin or thick or whatever. Let's just say that we have 12 slices in this particular package. Now the question is, how many ham and cheese sandwiches can you make? And we'll assume for right now that we're only going to put on one piece of cheese, one piece of ham, and two pieces of bread. So you need, again, you need 2 bread, 1 cheese, and 1 ham, just for example. Well, if that is the case, our loaf of bread is only going to make us 10 sandwiches, because you need two slices, so that only gives us 10. Our package of cheese, you only need 1 slice of cheese, so you can make your 16 sandwiches here. And you only need 1 slice of ham, so you can make 12 sandwiches. But in reality, if these are all the ingredients that you're going to be able to make, once you make your 10 sandwiches, you're going to run out of bread and you're going to have extra cheese and ham. So the whole idea here is that whatever is the least amount of product that can be made from your ingredients, that is the amount that you're going to make. Now some people might say, well, you could take the ham and wrap it up in the cheese. Well, if that's true, that is true, you could do that, but you're not making a ham and cheese sandwich per se, you're making something else. That would be a different product. Now if you make a different product, let's change the colors up. Let's go green here. What if we made a double cheese sandwich? So you're going to need 2 pieces of bread, 2 pieces of cheese, and only 1 piece of ham. In that case, again, you still make 10 sandwiches from your loaf of bread, but now you can only make 8 sandwiches from your cheese, and you still make 12 from your ham. However, after you have made your 8 sandwiches, you're going to be out of cheese. Now you'll still have enough bread and enough ham, but you won't have any cheese, so you won't be able to make that particular double cheese, 1 single ham slice sandwich. Or, and I think you get the point here, but just for the hey-hoo of it, what if we wanted to make a double cheese, double ham sandwich? So you need 2 pieces of bread, 2 pieces of cheese, 2 pieces of ham. Whoops, that should be an H there. 2 pieces of ham. Again, you're still going to make 10 sandwiches from your bread. You can still make 8 sandwiches from your cheese, but now you can only make 6 sandwiches if you're making a double ham, and so that would be then the amount of sandwiches that you could make, and you would have leftover cheese and bread at that point. So the deal is, whatever the least amount of product or the least amount of what you're trying to make, that is the actual amount that could be made, and you're going to have leftover material. In each case, whatever runs out first is going to be called the limiting reactant. So in our first example, the bread was limiting. Okay. In the second example, when we start making the double cheese, in that case, let's go back to our green here, then that would have been limiting. Or in our final example here, the ham was what ran out first, so that would be limiting. In whatever's limiting, that controls the amount of product that can be made. Everything else is considered to be in excess. Excess. All right? So, just a few definitions here. We'll go back to our red color. Our limiting reactant is going to be the reactant that runs out first and therefore controls the how much product can be made. As illustrated above. The excess reactants or reagents, we use those interchangeably, reactants and reagents. The excess reagents will have some left over. All right? Okay, so in the next podcast, we're going to take a look at an example. We're going to apply the same principles that we did in our making of our ham and cheese sandwiches. We're going to take those principles and bring it into an actual chemical reaction. Okay? We'll see you next time.